Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marley. You're watching Marley's Inspiration. Today, I woke up and I saw numerous reports of what is going on with Europe, and I'm going to go ahead and just get started reading you the news because, you know, I always keep you updated on everything, especially if I feel it's something that you need to see. Remember, the link for the prayer group will be in the description. This is where I share everything too. Okay, so at 12:22 a.m., UAE has intercepted 2 ballistic missiles fired from Yemen by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. Okay. Taiwan reports new large-scale Chinese Air Force incursion. And basically, I talked about this yesterday on the live. Taiwan reported the largest incursion since October by China's Air Force in its air defense zone, with the island's defense ministry saying Taiwanese fighters scrambled to war away 39 aircraft. Okay, 12:22 a.m. this morning, the Biden administration has now revealed plans to deploy American troops to Poland, Romania, and the Baltics to counter Russia's movement on the Ukrainian border. A last effort by this administration to stall off Russia from invading Ukraine after diplomacy has failed miserably. The U.S. military is considering the option. Okay, and then Level 4 time travel has been issued by the State Department. The State Department continues to advise U.S. citizens to not travel to Russia due to ongoing tension along the border with Ukraine. There is potential for harassment against U.S. citizens, and the embassy has limited ability to assist U.S. citizens in Russia. The Ministry of Defense in Abu Dhabi announces that the air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 2 ballistic missiles fired by the Houthi extremist organization toward the area, and confirmed that the attack did not cause casualties as the missiles were intercepted and destroyed. The remains of the missiles fell in separate areas around the Abu Dhabi Emirates. And then it shows the video, which you'll have to go to Telegram to watch. Okay. U.S. Army M1 Abrams tanks and Bradley infantry fighting vehicles have already begun deploying in Romania to deter Russia. For over 5 hours now, U.S. RQ-4 Global Hawk reconnaissance drone have been hovering over the eastern Ukraine. Families of UK embassy staff in Kiev, as well as some staff, are being withdrawn from Ukraine because of growing threat from Russia. The government of UK has announced the move following the reports of U.S. staffers and also being pulled out of Ukraine. NATO allies send more ships, jets to enhance deterrence and defense in Eastern Europe. NATO allies are putting forces on standby and sending additional ships and fighter jets to NATO deployments in Eastern Europe, reinforcing allied deterrence and defense as Russia continues its military buildup in and around Ukraine. Australia has begun evaluating its diplomats from Ukraine. Okay, and it says the Russia stock market is appearing to be in a free fall territory. NATO member states are put on standby NATO member states are put on a standby alert following the deteriorating situation on the Ukrainian border. France, Spain, Denmark, and the Netherlands deploy additional ships and aircraft to the Baltics and Eastern Europe amid tensions with Russia. Okay. Turkey imposed 3 days of outages a week to industrial zones after shortages of natural gas from Iran. Australia and the United Kingdom began the evacuation of diplomats from Kiev, Ukraine, and this was 5:37 a.m. The government of Australia has asked all Australian citizens to immediately leave, citing increased risk of armed conflict with Russia. The federal government urges Australians in Ukraine to leave the country immediately, upgrading its travel advice due to the increased risk of armed conflict. Taiwan claims China is using gray zone war tactics against them. These are non-military threats that are designed to disrupt the status quo and to wear them down. They include disinformation, cyber attacks, and economic coercion. So that's all the news that I have this morning. Okay, well, I thought I was done. Okay, I will be sharing this to the prayer group, and the prayer group link will be in the description. World holds breath as Ukraine to fire rocket in terrifying escalation of Russia tensions. NATO is fueling the fire by ramping up deployments near the Ukrainian border, and this is from the Kremlin. Make sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay, so China and Taiwan update. The Taiwanese military scrambled fighter jets and prepared air defense missile systems after a fleet of 39 Chinese planes, including a bomber, were allegedly spotted entering its air defense identification zone. Taiwan's Ministry of Defense claimed that dozens of Chinese planes had crossed its southwest Abyss, prompting the island to activate its military resources to monitor their activities. China's latest flyby took place the same day that a group of U.S. and Allied warships sailed into the Philippine Sea on Sunday. It was China's largest fighter jet deployment since October, when it flew 56 aircraft near Taiwan in several waves over the course of one day. Okay, and like I said, any of this I'm sharing to the prayer group so you can go read it for yourself. There is a lot of breaking news this morning that has to do with military escalation, and I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of what Brother Brian said last night. And everyone, I pray you have a great day. Please be in prayer. Stay as close to God as you can. We don't have that much time left. Here's the word from Brother Brian that was given last night.
Sister Marley, if you allow me, I feel a very prophetic spirit right now. I don't know why, but if you just allow me to say it.
Okay.
Nation shall rise against nation, You will see that now. The servants of the living God has been telling you this. This ain't just a coincidence, but I'm coming so soon. I am on my way. The door is being shut right now. Hitaya shata.